how much is there to talk about, really, about a single tram stop? Well, let's find out. This time, we're on the Rochdale Line at South Chadderton. Alright, so this is South Chadderton. You might remember the last time I was here was maybe around a year ago for the Oldham Loop video. But I've learnt a bit more about South Chadderton and just a few features around it, so I thought I'd talk about them. Alright, so first thing I want to talk about, probably the most interesting fact about South Chadderton is that there are two very steep hills, steep inclines either side of the tram stop for trams. They rise up at a very steep grade. So you may know that South Chadderton is on the converted railway line, which is the Oldham Loop, and it was opened originally in 1880. And these steep hills, these steep inclines, trains from back then, from 1880, could definitely not climb hills like this, at least very easily. So the question is, if trains couldn't climb steep inclines like this, then what's happened here? Well, this train line was converted to Metrolink between 2009 and 2012, and they wanted to build a brand new station here for the conversion. But back then the line was high above street level, which would have made it more difficult to build, and it would also limit accessibility for passengers. So the line was brought down from the original level down to street level for a short distance to make way for the tram stop, which is why you see these inclines at South Chadderton, because the line was lowered here for the Metrolink. I did do a few calculations actually to figure out the slope of the original alignment, and I put it on my website. I'll put a link there. It also has like a kind of transcript of this video. All of the ideas and features that I show you are on the website in written form if you want to go and look at that. And before the railway line was lowered, for pedestrians there used to be an underpass just under the railway lines, and it was obviously removed for the Metrolink, and it was effectively replaced with the foot crossing. I haven't been able to find any pictures, any images online of this area before it was converted to Metrolink. Yeah, these roads over here don't have any street view coverage from before 2012. I don't think they have any street view coverage, actually. This road that I'm standing on right now, I don't think it has any street view coverage whatsoever. These houses are probably new. Also, over here, the trees, I think, have been cleared just to provide a bit of extra visibility for tram drivers. Because there is a pretty tight turn over there, and the foot crossing is right here, so I guess it was just to provide a bit of extra visibility over here. Something else I noticed, literally just now, is that this way out sign says Coleshaw Green Road, but if I cross over, look, there's another one. It says Drury Lane, even though they're both pointing in exactly the same direction. Doesn't make sense. So I looked on Google Maps, and it turns out that that main road over there is called Coleshaw Green Road, up until a certain point, somewhere down there, where it becomes Drury Lane, and the tram stop is a bit confused which one to name it. I'd assume Coleshaw Green Road, because that's the name of the road, like immediately over there. The road only turns into Drury Lane once you go a bit further south, but that's a bit weird. There's only a few footpaths for access to the tram stop, but there's one that isn't signposted as an exit. This one, it's the entrance on Rose Street. People still use the entrance, obviously, but it's still pretty low key. And also something I noticed by looking at Google Street View, it was just installed here, like around 2020, 2021, 2019. It doesn't look like it was here. And then 2022, it was here. I don't know why it was added, but it's here, I guess. And the gate here has been zip tied open. But seriously, why did they put that there? Like, it hasn't always been there. So why was it put there like just a few years ago? That's really odd. I have no clue. There also used to be bike lockers here, up until recently, according to Google Street View. Again, Google Street View has been very helpful in the making of this video, but they were removed. On the Google Street View image, one of them is damaged, so you can probably guess why they were removed. But yeah, that's why you see these suspicious looking concrete blocks just in the ground. And I think that's pretty much all I know about South Chadderton. Very interesting when I looked into it. Like, seriously, I thought that, like, oh, there's got to be like nothing to talk about this tram stop. It's just your generic Metrolink station. But turns out there's a lot more to talk about a single tram stop than you think. And I'm definitely going to be doing this in the future, just going to a singular tram stop and just looking at features and just stuff that I find at the station. So subscribe if you like, and thanks for watching.